It's your girl Shalae, and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss everything Social Security, including President Biden's new budget, his new plan. We have the SSI settlement. We have more people that should be on SSI that's not, and a whole lot more. So if you want to know what is going on in the world of Social Security, you've come to the right place. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friends. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below and you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you. Now, guys, if you are not an Amazon Prime member, you can try out Amazon Prime completely free for 30 days. All you have to do is click the link above or down in the description box below. All right, guys, so it's Monday. That means it's a whole new news cycle. And we have where President Biden wants to bring back the child tax credit and make sure Americans don't face any Social Security cuts while taxing billionaires, big companies, and more. That is a lot, right? That's a lot. Now, I don't know if he can deliver, but let's talk about it. So Biden's budget proposal for this coming fiscal year was released today, and he has a plan where he wants to stabilize Medicare by increasing or taxing the wages, investment gains, as well as self-employment income of those that earn more than $400,000 a year. Now, this proposal could extend the solvency of a key Medicare trust fund indefinitely. Now, he also called to go ahead and restore the expanded child tax credit as well that was in place during 2021. Now, he didn't mention if he wanted to do this whole incremental boost that we've been getting or hearing about, but he did say, hey, he wants to bring back this child tax credit, and it is under discussion in Congress. Now, we all know that the House did pass a bill in January that would expand the child tax credit for low-income families, as well as for business taxes, and the administration supports this. But the bill has been stuck in the Senate now forever, right? Where Republicans are demanding changes. Now, this legislation would also offer a refundable credit. Partially, they were looking at bringing back the monthly checks because we're kind of out of tax season. Well, we got a little month or two, but they said that this will obviously help with child poverty. Then the budget looks to lower child care costs for families that earn less than $200,000. They would only pay $10 or less per day of care to enact the National Paid Family and Medical Leave Program. So he said, look, families need more breathing room, and that's why the budget includes proposals to bring down the cost of everyday healthcare costs, drug prices, and expand access to prescription drugs. It also will go ahead and cut the cost for families with children, as well as American workers, and lowers child care costs for those hard-working families. Now, it also did go ahead in this bill, and it would increase like the federal housing supply to go ahead and reduce housing costs. It also would expand like access to home ownership and even more affordable rent, and reduce down those payments for like your first generation home buyers with a new mortgage relief credit. And then it will also reduce the cost of college and then lift the burden of that student loan debt. So this honestly sounds like what he was discussing in the State of the Union address as well. But along with the restored child tax credit, the president still wants to seek to go ahead and strengthen Social Security, Medicare, and ensure that Americans would not face any cuts to the benefits, along with a $1.3 billion increase to Social Security Administration to go ahead and help the agency better facilitate customer service, which is needed for those that are relying on the benefits. Now, there were still more key elements to President Biden's budget, which included like boosting the funding for FAFSA. But like I said, this was very much repetitive to me of what he addressed in the State of the Union. But now he finally released that budget and detailed what type of investments he wanted. And I mean, we had the FAFSA, the climate programs, the affordable housing, the Social Security as well. Now, with Republican lawmakers going ahead and controlling the House, it's really unlikely that Biden's budget request will be approved in its current form, but maybe that's where the room for negotiation will come in. Now, former President Donald Trump gives his details on Social Security plans. So, former President Donald Trump today, he spoke as well with details of a possible reform on Social Security if he returns to the White House. Now, he did appear on CNBC's Squawk Box, and Trump was asked by a co-host on his thoughts regarding like changes to entitlement programs such as Medicare and Social Security. Now, the former president replied, there's a lot that you can do in terms of entitlement, in terms of cutting, as well as in terms of also theft and bad management of entitlements. Now, he did add that he know that they're going to end up weakening Social Security because right now the country is weak, and so he went on to say that he did believe that there is a cumulative inflation all around the country and it is nearing 50%, and he also warned that the nation's middle class has now been routed as well. So the middle class largely built this country and they have been treated very, very, very badly with the policies. Now, of course, someone took his speech, they put it on X, or formerly known as Twitter, and the Biden-Harris headquarters account, they shared the video of the former president's comments as well today, and he was talking about how he wanted to cut Social Security, and Republicans will cut Social Security and Medicare and give more tax cuts, and then President Biden responded and he was like, look, not on my watch. So it's kind of like they're taking jabs on X. Now, of course, Donald Trump's campaign said, hey, this was not what we were referring to when we said about the cuts. We were talking about like wasteful spending, and it was just talking about waste, that it did not have anything to do about cutting Social Security or cutting taxes at all. So they said they were just referring to wasteful spending. Now, my thoughts on this is that, look, I don't think anyone gets it, because while we're talking about entitlements and all these things, Social Security is not an entitlement. I mean, the people that are receiving Social Security, they paid for it. They put into the program. This is not a government handout program. So when they're saying like entitlements or what we're supposed to do, it's not it's an entitlement, meaning as far as you paid into it, now you're reaping the benefits of what you paid. But honestly, I don't think I trust anyone when it comes to Social Security, Medicare, whether you're a Republican, Democrat. I don't care who you are. At this point, it doesn't seem like anyone has the best interest, and that's making sure we keep our money, no cuts at all. And that's just what I think. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think President Biden is going to get away with all of his his big budget plans when it comes to $10 a day for childcare, when it comes to not cutting Social Security at all, when it comes to the monthly payments? Do you think former President Donald Trump is now trying to cut Social Security and Medicare? Sound off in the comments down below. And let's go ahead and move on. Where in West Virginia, we finally have some good news. So lawmakers in West Virginia have passed a bill that will end taxes on Social Security benefits, winning the praise of interest groups as well as campaigners within the state. And now, guys, though, there is a catch, right? So the budget for the fiscal year 2025 passed the Senate on Saturday, and it was approved 88-11 with one member absent. So this will include an incremental cut down on state taxes levied on Social Security benefits. So this, like their 2019 law, it will gradually, over 3 years, go ahead and infuse or remove the state income tax. So this year is going to remove by 35%, and then so 35% in 2024, 65% in 2025, and then wiped out in 2026. So that cut will cost around like $37 million in both 25 and 26, but it will impact more than 50,000 households. So this means in 2026, West Virginia will become one of the majority of the United States that do not levy state level taxes on income of Social Security benefits. So I'm super excited because right now I think there's 11 states that still enact taxes on Social Security benefits, and that's like Colorado, Connecticut, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont as well. So kudos, good job, West Virginia, and 2026, you guys are good. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the settlement where SSI will send millions to beneficiaries. So more than 2 million SSI or supplemental security income recipients, including those with many disabilities, they had their benefits that were reduced or discontinued during the pandemic. They will finally see some relief under the new settlement. So I talked about this a few months ago, but when I posted a video, a lot of people were like, what settlement, Shalae? So the Social Security Administration agreed to automatically waive many overpayments that occurred between March and September of 2020, and the agency will go ahead and refund individuals as appropriately if you already repaid like your funds as well. So a lot of those that were eligible or available, they had received the overpayments, I want to say like in April of 2023. Well, this settlement will now put that money back into your pockets as well as for those that are still recovering from the challenges that they faced during the pandemic. So remember, during the pandemic, SSI, SSDI, just Social Security in period, they shouldn't have had any of their benefits touched, reduced, anything at all, right? So now what they're doing is they're going back and crediting your accounts for those that receive letters that they had an overpayment and just say you mailed or paid already. They're giving your money back, but the agency said they will mail a notice to you by the spring of 2025 to SSI recipients assessed an overpayment between March of 2020 and April of 2023 on information on how you can request a waiver or get your refund if you don't have it, or any factors that may be relevant. So this is expected to benefit another 2 million SSI recipients. The Social Security Administration, they did decline to go ahead and comment on the settlement as well. So I mean, let me know that you received an overpayment letter at all. And have you already paid it? If you did, you should get your money back. Now, also in SSI, they are missing scores of eligible beneficiaries. So thousands of children with disabilities may qualify for government assistance that they are not currently receiving. So between 2013 and 2021, there was a 20% drop in children that receive supplemental security income benefits. Now, this is according to a recently released report that was prepared by the research firm Mathematica. Now, this was prepared for the Social Security Administration. They saw that children with significant disabilities that can and should qualify for SSI benefits if they are a part of low-income families. Now, to assess how many kids qualify for the program, researchers, they looked at like their Medicaid data, since the government health insurance program also serves low-income families. So pretty much they compared this research with Medicaid as well as those that were receiving SSI, and they found that over 110,000 children may be eligible for SSI, which would be an increase of 10% over the current program's participation. But of course, that depends on like the probability threshold, and the increase said they could be as high as 55%. So they were looking at that, like if Medicaid and SSI data could be like connected in the future, it will help them identify children who should be eligible for SSI, to kind of target them and reach out to them as well. So they also want to use this data now to help streamline like the application process, meaning it can help a lot more families get connected to the resources they need, as well as the agency said that they are looking for third parties to help reach out to people who may qualify or be eligible for SSI, and they're starting to see that substantial increases in SSI for children applications as well. So if you think that your child may qualify, I would definitely go ahead and submit an application. And this is what we have, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. Have you applied for SSI for your child and been denied or unable to receive it? As well as, what do you think about the SSI settlement? Did you receive an overpayment letter? All the back and forth with Social Security between the former president and current president. What do you guys think is going to happen at this point? Can we just get on the same page just for the nation? You know, like, this shouldn't be a Republican thing. It shouldn't be a Democrat thing. It's a, I paid into it. I need my money. I'm older, on a fixed income thing. Give me my money. That's how I feel. But let me know what you think. As always, grab you some Amazon Prime. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.